Markets are bouncing around a little bit, but we did see a rally, and we still are up about 1.6% on the NASDAQ 100. Do we just say, thank you, Micron? Thank you, CPI? It feels like Micron has a lot to do with this.
Yeah, I think you're right, Carol, because Micron was up 14% pre-market, and now it's up 13%. So it's basically held onto its gains, and even before we had the CPI, that's what the situation was. The CPI only helped that, but the CPI, it was a bit dodgy, the data, to be honest, because of these imputed prices, and I can go into some of that with you.
Yeah, let's do that. Why is it murky?
Yeah, so owner's equivalent rent in particular, shelter is the biggest component. I looked at the numbers, and if you look at the actual number for August and you compare that number to for September and compare that to November, you get an annualized increase of something like 1%. Now, if you go back and you compare September to July, you get an annualized increase of 4%. So what's clear that happened is that they did something to make the October number the exact same as the September number, and then they based the November number off of that, which artificially lowered the shelter cost, which is the largest component of CPI. Now normally you would think that would come back out in December, but the reality is that owner's equivalent rent is only calculated once every 6 months. So the next survey is January or February, which means essentially that these numbers, this zeroing out of October, will be carried forward for another 2 to 3 months.